Hello friends, Namaste. This is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my Holistic Tarot. These are your messages, your universal messages for the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising. They could also be applied to Capricorn Moon, but you'll know if the message resonates for you. So we're looking at what may be coming in for you for the next 30 days during this new moon cycle in the sign of Leo. And that's going to take place from the eclipse on August 21st through to September 19th. Now keep in mind these are general readings. If you would like a private reading, you can contact me at the link below in the information box. And let's just take a look and see what's going on for Capricorn, for my Cappies, for this new moon cycle in Leo. Today I'm using the Golden Tarot, and I will be pulling a card from the Tao Oracle deck as well at the end of the reading. So what is the message for Capricorn? Message for Capricorn for this new moon cycle in Leo, Capricorn. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to lay a few out here, cut the deck, and see what we have messages for my Capricorns. We have the Knight of Coins. This Knight of Coins is coming up a lot in a lot of the readings. So there's definitely some people putting down roots and methodically trying, to move forward. That is an earth sign as well, can represent you. So that's the distant future. The Hermit and the Queen of Cups in the near future. Strength card at the center of the reading. I like that there. Great position. The Six of Cups crowning and the Seven of Swords at the base of the reading. This area rules the first 2 weeks of the lunar cycle, the solar eclipse in the lunar cycle. The Two of Wands and the Four of Cups in the middle of the cycle. And then, wow, beautiful, the Nine of Cups at the end of the eclipse period. Beautiful. I love that. So basically what this reading says is that regardless of what else is going on here, you have a wish coming true. The eclipse is bringing you a wish that you've wanted, that you've held dear to you, and it's going to come through, whatever that is, for this cycle. So let's take a look. At the end of at the base of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So it looks like whatever this is, it could be related to a fire sign, which is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Excuse me. Or it could be coming in very quickly. There also could be a move related to this wish coming true. So you may have to kind of pack up and go quickly and make a quick decision to change your location, to move home. All right, move to a new location, new city, state, new town, or even just travel internationally. But let's go ahead and work through the cards here. So this eclipse is taking place in your 8th house, Capricorn, and your 8th house is the house of shared resources. Okay, it is what you what you have as joint assets with someone else in your life, whether it's money, whether it's property. The 8th house can talk about inheritances, loans, grants, dealing with banks and mortgages. So anything where you are being given money from, not from your own personal efforts, like, your income or your paycheck, but where there is money coming that you have a joint responsibility for with someone else. So it could be monies from a business that you have with someone else, or some project that you're working with another person on. The 8th house is also a very powerful spiritual house because it is the house where we have very deep, powerful internal changes going on. It's the house of Scorpio. It is ruled by Pluto. So, these are things that take a long time to change, but once they do manifest, your life is never the same as it was before. So this eclipse could bring about an acceleration of what has been or could be a slow process of drastic change and evolution in your life, and kind of bring it within a month to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, something that would have taken years to happen. That's what eclipses do. They eclipse out things that we don't need, and they move us forward with like light speed into the future. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards here. You have the Knight of Coins in the distant past, so I really feel like that is you working really hard, putting down roots, methodically climbing your way up the ladder, focused on professional matters, focused on making money, building security, building a foundation. Definitely your nose to the grindstone type of attitude, staying focused, being dedicated to your job, to your career, really kind of making the sacrifices that you need to make as far as your social life, your love life, in order to create something that is going to last, where, when you retire, you can lay back and and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know that you're going to be well taken care of because you put in the work, you put in the effort, and you methodically kind of made your way up through the ranks. Okay, so the Knight of Coins takes his or her time, but they get there. And the Knight of Coins has a lot of specialized skill. Is what you've learned and what you have, the experience that you have acquired over a long period of time is really invaluable. And we could be talking about years with this position, the Knight of Pentacles, or we could talk about 1 year. So you've been moving steadily toward your goal. Great job with that, Capricorn. What is going on in the recent future? In the recent past. Well, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Hermit. So the Queen of Cups is a water energy. It could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Influence in your life. For some of you, got the impression that this is a maternal figure. Someone who's been very loving and supportive of you and who's been there for you through thick or thin. It could also be a spouse, a partner, your wife, your long-term partner, your significant other. And I like the Queen of Cups because for me, she is very often the power behind the throne. So, she's not necessarily that aggressive Queen of Wands or the Queen of Swords, who is, a big, world changer, game changer. She changes lives, but in a much more supportive fashion. So, she's there to talk you down. She's there to encourage you. She's there to give you advice. She's very, very wise because she's gained wisdom through years of experience. She's very mature emotionally. And even if she is not older, if she's a partner, she is, or a younger partner, a younger female, or even a younger male, she has a lot of emotional maturity. And she could be a very expressive person, a writer, an artist of some kind, a musician. She definitely, I just heard vocalist, she sings, okay? So, some way she's creative, and she here is next to the Hermit, which is also an indication of someone who has a lot of wisdom, who has been giving you advice, who has been supportive of you. The Hermit has that torch, of course I forget the word, the lantern. The Hermit has a lantern and has the ability to kind of clear the way and help you see clearly what your steps are along your path, along your life path, along your spiritual path. So definitely a lot of love and support from someone in your life. And in the recent past, say the last 2 months, 3 months, even last 6 months, I do feel like you've definitely had someone there helping you along. Even if that person is at a distance, I just heard. They're there if you need to call them, they're there via Facebook or text messages, whatever the case. They may be somebody who sends you little messages, or sends you memes that are very, inspirational messages, to keep you going, keep your spirits up along your path. Excuse me. They also may be somebody who really enjoys the outdoors. Someone who gardens or who's a runner, who hikes, who spends time with animals. I heard veterinarian or some kind of trainer. So, this is a very rich person in experience and an emotional maturity. So what's coming in here? Well, you have these three cards representing the first 2 weeks of this solar cycle. You have strength in the middle, which is a wonderful card of not only physical strength, but emotional strength, having the ability to really maintain your balance, to get yourself through difficulties, you're disciplined. There is a strong sense of discipline, and with Capricorn, that perfectly describes you, because there's no one more disciplined than Capricorn. You can sacrifice a lot in order to get to where you need to go, and I love that, many of my Capricorns, it's kind of understood that you get younger as you get older. Capricorns are born old souls. A lot of you sacrifice your youth, your childhood to make your way in the world, and then you get yourself in a position where you have all that you need, and you can lay back and enjoy your your adulthood, your middle age, your older years, because you've put in the work, and now you can become carefree and frolic and travel and learn how to paint and learn how to play guitar, or do whatever it is that your other passions are that you sacrificed when you were building your empire and creating something out of nothing. So strength is here. There could be a Leonine influence here. The lion is here, and that's the Leo card. So again, this talks about loyalty, fidelity, power. There's just a very strong, you may have gotten to the point where there's a certain amount of prestige, and you're at the top of your game, the top of your craft, the top of your profession, and people look at you as someone who is strong and a support and a pillar of society, a pillar of the community, someone that they can depend on and that they can also gain advice from, or again, this could be that Cups energy person around you as well. So you have the Six of Cups crowning, and you have the Seven of Swords at the base of the reading. And I feel like, this is interesting energy, because in some way, when the Seven of Swords comes up, it can have a lot of meanings. It really depends on the cards that surround it. For me, I don't see any signs of dissension or underhandedness or deceit in these cards here. So I really feel like the translation of the Seven of Swords here is that you are making plans. Okay, the Seven of Swords is someone who is crafting a blueprint. Okay, who has a lot of mental energy going, coming up with ideas, and you're making a plan. You have a strategy. That's the word. The Seven of Swords is strategic. It can be positively strategic, or it can be negatively strategic. So the negative aspect is kind of, you are, deceitful, creeping away. You have a strategy to, to beat people, or at their own game, or to walk away with something that belongs to someone else, or to creep away, be sneaky. But here in this reading, I don't get that vibe at all. I get the vibe that the Seven of Swords is you being strategic as far as your life, making plans, and having the intellectual strength and the moral strength to implement those things, to move forward, to come up with a new way of life, a new way of living, a new direction to travel into. Okay, the Six of Cups crowning says that the key to this new direction may have a connection to the past. So again, when I was talking about the Queen of Cups being a maternal energy, it's possible that someone from your past or your childhood is going to be key in the next 2 weeks to help you, formulate your strategy and really develop your plans as to where you want to go. There is, keep in mind the eighth house is a support house. So the eighth house can not only mean financial support, but also moral support, someone backing you up, okay? A shared goal, a shared dream. And it is possible that this person who you are connecting with or are connected with could be a family member, again, could be a parent, could be a sister, could be a cousin, an aunt, again, just a loving influence who, that you have a lot of good memories with, that you spent a lot of time with in your formative years, and because of that base that you received from this person, you have something powerful to pull from to move toward the future. You have a strong emotional foundation to now build your own life on, or continue moving forward, depending on where you are in your life. So I do feel like some of you may be traveling back to where you grew up, maybe traveling back to your hometown or where you were born, or going back to see people that you haven't seen in a long while, maybe family reunions, or maybe just going to spend some time with loved ones because you haven't had the time. You've been so focused on your career or your study path that you really haven't had the time to dedicate to seeing the people that you love. This hermit here could indicate you kind of being the hermit on your own, spending a lot of time alone in solitude, studying, working, and not really having that time to reach out to the people that love you. Again, them only being at the distance. So I do feel like perhaps you're going to be going back in order to spend some time with loved ones and, fill up those cups, fill up that emotional connection that you need and that you're missing. The Two of Wands in the near future talks about a professional connection. There could be a decision that is coming in or a job offer that's coming into you that is going to be significant. You may have to make a decision between two opportunities that could come through. I really feel that you need to make sure that you're not so focused on what you've been doing in the past that you don't see a new opportunity coming through that could be very, very important for you. All right. So keep your eyes open. Don't be so focused on the tasks at hand that you are not, that you're so rooted as that earth sign into the past and into the present that you don't entertain offers that could be coming through that would create even more of an expansion, really expand your horizons and expand your life. Again, the concept of travel could be very strong for you, okay? You may have the opportunity to travel or to interview for something at a distance. So if that does come up, I would say go for it. The Two of Wands shows a person who has a globe or the world in his or her hand. So don't be afraid to take a trip, to travel long distance in order to take someone up on an offer to talk about a potential situation or a potential partnership, because I think that it is something that could really spur you forward into this new part of your life. And now in the outcome, you have the Nine of Cups. So definitely we're talking about wishes coming true here in whatever area you've been hoping for something to happen. Something that's emotionally satisfying, emotionally fulfilling for you. I feel that Again, it's a wish come true. It's going to put you in a place where you've always wanted to be. I also see you, maybe a little bit bored or disillusioned with what you've been doing. You've put so much time and energy that maybe it's time for you to do something new. Okay, to find a new goal to focus on. And I feel that there is newness coming in that you really need to entertain and be open to, Capricorn. And as a result of that, you may find wishes fulfilled that you really didn't even realize you had. Or you may find new goals, new dreams, and opportunities that you wouldn't have even imagined that you would have pursued, a year ago or 6 months ago. So it's very possible that, within the next month to 3 months, your life could be very different than it is right now as a result of opportunities that may come through during this eclipse period for you. And again, with the Knight of Wands at the base of the deck, these opportunities could come through a fire sign energy, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or, as I said at the beginning of the reading, as the result of travel. Again, Knight of Wands here travels, Two of Wands. The Six of Cups is often travel for me. The Strength card shows a horse here. So, again, definitely movement is here. The Seven of Swords, even the Seven of Swords shows someone walking away from an old camp toward, out to a new direction. So there definitely is the theme of travel coming through, and it might be something that you have to make a fast decision. And you as a Capricorn, you don't like making quick decisions, but you may have to under this eclipse energy, which brings things in very quickly. Okay, it eclipses out old situations. So that Knight of Wands energy may be swift changes coming in that you have to kind of ride that wave and see where it takes you and have confidence in the universe. Okay, let's just go ahead and take I want to take a card on the Seven of Swords to see what you're walking away from. I want to take a card on the Two of Wands to see what this opportunity is, and let me see, I'll take a card on the Nine of Cups and see what this wish come true is. The Seven of Swords. Okay, so it looks, here's your card, Capricorn. The Devil. So I really feel like the impression I'm getting is that here's what I'm hearing. You've created a monster. Okay, so I think that the message here is that you have been so focused on maybe one particular area in your life that it has chained you. You're kind of chained to it. It might be a company or a business that you started that you've put all your life's blood and energy into, but you feel like you're chained to it. You feel like you don't have freedom to do anything else or be anything else that you want to be, or even entertain any other possibilities. So here you are with the Seven of Swords, maybe slowly but surely, and people don't necessarily know about this. So the people around you don't know that you're kind of making your plans to walk away from something you've built. Maybe you're the CEO of a company and you've decided that you're going to step down because you have worked so hard, but you've neglected other areas of your life. So, people are not aware of this, but in your own mind, you are systematically undercover making changes and making plans in order to free yourself from the monster that you've created. Okay, the Two of Wands, what's the offer coming through? Well, here we go. The Page of Pentacles, which has been coming up a lot during these readings. It is an offer. It's a blessing. The Page of Pentacles can represent a financial offer coming through, a new beginning. The Page of Pentacles also is a scholar, a student. So some of you may decide to go back to school. Some of you may decide to go follow to achieve an advanced degree. Maybe you didn't get to go to college because you were working so hard at your, at your area of endeavor. You didn't get to go to college. Some of you may be enrolling in classes. or you may decide to take a night class or an online class, and you love it so much that you're going to pursue a degree with it. Some of you may be receiving here on this Two of Wands a job offer that's going to present you with a really good financial, a really good salary. It could be less than what you were making, but it could be the opportunity for something new that you might be willing to kind of take a cut financially, because you've built a good foundation, in order to see where this opportunity is going to take you, because you have faith that this could be a big thing. It's starting out as a page, as one coin, but angels are there. And again, here we go. There is the goat, Capricorn. That's you. All right, so this is definitely an indication that whatever this opportunity is, it's meant for you, Capricorn. All right, it's something that you need to take advantage of and allow this blessing to come into your life. It's interesting. I feel like this little angel is pleading with you. Please, Cappy, please, consider this. Take a look at it. Do your due diligence, but consider going in this direction, please, please, So I feel like the little angel is on your shoulder there, begging you to entertain this offer. And then the Nine of Cups, well, here we go, the Two of Pentacles. So interesting for me, because the image I get here is that you may be doing both things. You may continue to work at whatever job or company or profession you are currently working in, but maybe in a reduced capacity, so that you can do this other thing at the same time. And in the meantime, you will be very satisfied, the Nine of Cups here, with balancing both things, with having two jobs, two professions. Just make sure that you stay balanced, that you don't overdo it, that you don't overwhelm yourself, that you don't, because you don't want to drop the ball on either one of those things. But I feel confident that you will work it in a way where you'll be able to handle and juggle both situations. I also see you traveling back and forth. So you may have to take short trips back and forth in order to cover your responsibilities for both of these jobs. Here again is, on this Two of Pentacles, is a little ship in the background. Okay, so traveling over water, overseas. But definitely I see you handling it, because there's no one more capable than Capricorn of handling a lot of responsibility and hard work. Okay, so great reading for you, Capricorn. I'm so happy for you. Let me go ahead and take a look at what your healing card is from the Tao Oracle. What is the healing card here for Capricorn? What is the final message for Capricorn for this solar eclipse, this lunar cycle in Leo? What's the final card here for Capricorn? Final message. What is the final message for my Capricorns? All right. Okay. All right. So interesting here, because you receive the card conflict. Okay, and immediately my impression here is two things. That this is not an external conflict for you. It is more of an internal conflict, where you have one part of you that is so focused on security and maintaining and holding on to what you've already built, but there's another part of you that wants to move forward and do something different, so that you will be needing to reconcile this internal conflict during during this new moon cycle. Now, you may have to conquer a sense of stubbornness. You may have to conquer fear. You may also have to conquer the fear that your actions and your decisions may create some controversy, and people won't understand you possibly walking away from something that is so successful or pays so much, or that you've put so much time and energy in. But I don't feel like you need to worry about this at all, because you are, just moving forward and continuing to move up in your growth cycle here. And so don't worry about people who might be jealous of you, why do you think, or what makes you think that you can do both of these things well? You might be hearing that. What makes you think that you have the right to stay on in this situation and also go, work into another situation? So there may be naysayers, there may be people kind of throwing a little shade on you about your decisions, but I tell you, you are moving in the right direction. Don't worry about the criticism. Don't worry about people's jealousy. Don't worry about the fears that you may have internally, or that internal conflict, because what I do feel here is that you're going to surpass your own expectations, and people are going to be looking at you in awe, like, wow, they can do it all. They have the ability to do it all, and not just do it all, but do it all well. Okay? All right, so that's your message, Capricorn. Great message. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I wish you wonderful blessings and peace, and I bid you namaste.